So hey, Just Mark, we got a bottle here. What you bring for us tonight?
I bought Clyde May single barrel straight rye whiskey.
5 year.
5 year, 104 proof.
Yeah, and the funny
And I can't find out much anything else about the mash bill or anything about it.
Yeah, they're tight with their information.
The funny part was I took a little sniff of it. I haven't tasted it yet,
Uh-huh.
but it has a floral note to it, and it doesn't seem to be overpowering rye, which I don't mind rye anyway. But it doesn't seem overpowering, so I think this is going to be a good bottle.
All right.
How do you like that? I'm just being nice.
Yes.
It smells good. How's that?
You're being an optimist, huh?
I think this thing's going to be a good bottle. I'll give it a 1 or a 2. It's good. Everybody, man, I'm the lowest guy in the poll, so.
We'll take a look at this bottle here. It's a beautiful label. I know they recently relabeled this. This is the Clyde Mays 5-year-old single barrel straight rye whiskey, 104 proof. Now, I wonder where this is distilled at.
In something, it's on the front, some creek in Indiana, something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's MGP.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's somewhere else. There's got to be another place. Indiana's not that small. It's a little bigger it's bigger than New Jersey.
So we got some MGP rye here. I don't think we have a mash bill on this, but if it's MGP, it's probably 95.5.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we know from MGP rye.
Wow.
That much rye.
That much rye, yeah. Well, let's give it a taste. I mean, if it is MGP rye, I'll recognize it because it's got a very distinct flavor profile.
I think you're going to be, I'm just going by the nose, but I think you're going to be a little surprised.
A little surprised.
I poured, like I said, I opened it and I poured like the old time shot glass, only about a half of it. And I really enjoyed it. Either way.
I think it has a interesting flavor. A smell. No flavor yet. I've never tasted this one. Let's see what.
So Clyde Mays, we know, was a moonshiner back in Alabama, and had some run-ins with the law and such. And I think this brand, I'm not sure if it's like an MGP brand or something. I think it started as like a family brand, but
what's MGP?
Well, MGP is the big
the big Indiana.
It's the big Indiana distillery that sources. So they do own a few brands like Lux Row and Penelope now. Okay, if you have like Remus, I believe comes out of there as well. So it's but they don't have there's not like an MGP whiskey. They only source and have a few brands under their name. And Clyde Mays, as far as I've ever known, gets all their whiskey from MGP. But I don't know that it's actually an MGP company.
This does not smell like, I haven't tasted it yet, but it does not smell like MGP.
I'm going to differ with you. Actually, I remember the name, so it's no longer MGP. It's now actually called Ross and Squid. So that's the owners. But that is, we know it as MGP because it's what they were for years. But anyway, they have a rye mash bill that's pretty famous for being 95% rye and 5% multiplied. So, and it has a very distinctive flavor profile to it. And I'm picking up a little bit here. Let's see if you can figure out what it might be.
No, every time I smell it, it smells different, but.
Yeah, anything, Brian? I just took a sip. It's very smooth. I was impressed with the rye you did. Right away, I'm waiting for that. But very smooth.
It does have heat. It does have heat. It kicks you up in the back end.
It brings some heat. It does, yeah.
I'm getting the floral, almost not quite as much as that Traverse City. Well, that was real minty, but
Traverse City, yeah.
Yeah, the Traverse City. I'm getting oak, definitely oak.
Okay.
And a little bit of the floral, and then the taste. Kind of like a pepper and a cinnamon mix. It's like not super cinnamon, but it's not real peppery either. It's kind of like something between the two to me.
Are you getting a burn on the back end?
Yeah, I'm getting a nice warm burn. I mean, like your traditional rye burn and all, and like you get the spice.
You said cinnamon and that was the other flavor. I wasn't even thinking about that. So that was fantastic. I'll tell you, Mark, you nailed that right on.
Yeah, so one thing that Mark had mentioned was the mint, and that was the note I was referencing. And with the MGP 95.5, it usually always has some sort of minty note in it. In this particular bottle, it seems to come at the end, which is pretty consistent with what you're seeing. It's not on the nose, it's not on the first sip, but at the end you do get this minty note.
This is a pretty decent bottle.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not big on the rise, you know me, I'm more the weed stuff, but it's not crazy hot. It's just like 104 proof on this thing. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
104 proof. It's actually a very good bottle. You do get a little floral in the beginning, but the heat at the end, you get the heat at the end, that's fine. But it's not there in the beginning, which a lot of rye whiskeys can hit you up front and then disappear at the end. This is backwards, actually.
Yeah.
So it's a good bottle. I'll give it a thumbs up.
And just so we give you an idea of the older style label, this is what it looked like. This was the straight rye whiskey. And you got Clyde there on a picture on the bottle. We can pick that up.
Yeah, they have a picture of him on the back of this one.
Yeah. Okay. So he's on the back of the
He's
bottle.
on the back.
Okay. So there's the Moonshiner Clyde Mays. Some of the bottles you pick up, maybe the like 90 proof or the lower proofs may still have them on there.
Yeah.
But on this bottle, Mark says he's on the back. So there he is. There he is on the back. And what's the price point on it?
It's 59, but I got it. No. 49, and it was on sale $5 off.
Okay.
So I paid 44.
You got 44. Okay.
Not bad. No.
Well, actually, it's a good whiskey.
I've liked all of their line. They have the straight bourbon whiskey, and which is 95 proof. They have the rye is 94 proof, and then they have this Alabama style whiskey, which I really like. I think this one's 85 proof.
Oh, so I love for
the Alabama whiskey. It's not a bourbon.
That's a whiskey.
It's an Alabama style whiskey, they call it. So, but anyway, I've liked everything we had, and then we had the one that we did. I think it was one of the brown bags last year. Yes.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard that.
Okay. Yeah, that one.
Did it win the brown bag
Yeah,
challenge?
it went on into our top whiskeys.
Okay. So, all right. Well, it sounds good so far.
It's good.
Who wants to take a stab at a rating?
God damn, no.
I'll take
All
a
right.
stab at it. So,
Try not to cut you off this time.
I do like the color. I was impressed with how smooth it went down. I was very impressed because any rye I've ever had, I had a lot more, seemed to have more bite. So with the fruit that it has, the smoothness that I get out of it, what'd you say the price point was again? 45 or
49 regular. I got it for 44.
That's not unreasonable for a bottle like this proof. So I'm gonna give it, let's say, a 7, straight 7.
Okay.
Maybe like 7 something, but I'm gonna give it a 7.
Sounds good. Very fair.
It looks like I'm next on this one. Okay.
If you want to take it, go ahead.
Okay, so I do like the bottle. It's fantastic. I like that it's not killing your throat when you're going down, which a lot of people, when you have a rye, want to have that. I want to kill you and stuff. So if you're a rye guy, this is probably not for you.
I want to live. I just want
But some rye guys like to get kicked in the butt. So
a slap in the face.
yeah, slap in the face. I really haven't put it. But this is very good. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, Double B just hit us over a 7. I don't know, I can give it a 7. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm
Why
gonna give it.
can't you do it? Like a contractually included or
I
something?
always say there's something better out
Well, there is a lot better, but it's we talked about this last week. It's in the out of our price range.
there. Yeah,
You
well,
gotta go with what's in our price range.
I'm gonna throw it at least a 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go with a 6.35.
For the price point and everything about this, the nose, the taste and all, I'm really impressed for getting it for $44. It's really good. I like I mean, it does go right along with the Traverse and all the other MGP ryes though. I mean, it's just right there with them, and we liked all the other ones that we've had. So I'm gonna give this an 8.
I like this bottle a lot. I'm not surprised because they've always done a good job, and the only thing I'm disappointed about is, the secrecy really.
Yeah.
It was really tough to get information
I just went
about
on their
these
website, I
bottles.
didn't see the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
it's
didn't have this on there.
tough. It's tough, but they do a good job. So the nose to me, well, first of all, I'll comment that $45 is a great buy for this bottle. 104 proof, 5 years old. I mean, I have no problems there at all. I think that's reasonably priced, even if it's 46, 47, 49, whatever. I think it's still very reasonable. Color on it is a nice, it's a nice amber color. It's what you're going to expect with a whiskey. It's got a little golden hue to it, which is always nice. It's nice and bright. I think that on the nose, it is fruity. I think it's got kind of like a green apple to it. That's a little unique that you don't really get very often. That's probably the primary. Maybe a little orange behind that too, but
Very fruity.
very fruity, yeah. On the nose, so I really like the nose. It's inviting, it is. Take a sip of that. I mean, the main thing that jumps out at me is that honey. Nice and sweet. Bang. Right off.
You don't want it.
Right off the jump, you get a nice amount of honey. So I get a little bit of that, again, apple orange combination. On the back end of it before I get to that minty finish, which I love that minty finish. It's been much more prevalent on some of the MVPs I've had. This is a little more subtle, but it's definitely there.
My Traverse was like,
It was all mint all day.
This is like a fantastic bottle.
Finish is nice though, and a nice little hug, nice little Indiana hug on the back.
Give me a cheers on that one. Cheers on that one, guys.
I'm gonna go with a 7.75. I think then closer to Mark's side. This is a really nice whiskey. Not necessarily a rye drinker's rye, but that's okay. It's got a complexity to it that I really enjoy, and I would definitely reach for another bottle at that price point. And I think that it has certainly enough to keep you interested. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping it up here. We enjoyed the Clyde Mays. No surprise, they're doing a great job. We'd love to know more about it. They got a bit of the air of secrecy about them. All right, well, that'll do it.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Go for his corner. Good night.